So we have a book coming, and the book gets into some really cool things. We're having fun putting that together. Thank you for that collaboration, Rich, man. It's super cool. And then from there, we have a DIY software where basically the book is the instruction guide for the software. One of the first things after soft costs and permits, and we do these floor plans, right? There's different ways to get these. It's, let's say, removing of personal property. It's like, is that a small pickup truck? Is that a U-Haul? Is it a 20-yard dumpster? Is it a 40-yard dumpster? Right? What are all these things? And a lot of times when you're meeting with the contractor, they'll work out a labor price, but you need to figure out some of these extra costs. How many dumpsters are you going to need? Right. What is the material going to be running? Right. And then you don't want to be light on material, because then that means that they didn't put all the paint. I have a property that's supposed to get 2 coats of exterior paint. And I made the mistake of letting the contractor buy the paint. Still don't have that receipt from the paint, because I know they only bought enough for the 1 coat. So I got short on my labor and I got short on my materials. So it's no wonder that it's not lasting 15 years on that paint job. It lasted about 7. So this is what the book breaks out. The software is a DIY version. Then we have, which is what we're really driving to here, where anywhere in the country, Rich and I are setting up a company that will basically help you, the homeowner, the landlord, the property manager, the contractor, to define your scope of work services with our specialists trained to help guide them through the property. And I think it's going to be very successful. I know that it would have really accelerated me on my own journey. Experience is what you get just after you needed it. And on this remodeling side, it takes a lot of experience to really know what you're doing. And then it's like a lot of work to even find the subs and the contractors, the property managers that can actually get the work done.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to help describe what that service is really going to do for people, because it helps me tremendously, right? I've done these things. I could go through and do this on my own, but I don't, because I walk in there and the first thing I want to do, the first place my mind goes is all the problems that I can see, right? That distracts me from going through that list, right? So I have Kira on the other end of the line. She's on the phone with me. I'm wearing my headphones. She's gotten a 360 tour of the building, right? And she can be in the room with me, so to speak, but she's got her double monitors and she's way more organized than I am. Yeah. So, we'll walk into a room and I'll start blabbering about these things. And she says, stop. What's the dimension of the room?
Yes.
Okay. I measure the room and then I'll say, but what about, no, stop. How many outlets? Exactly. Right. You and I took that. It's not a disc profile, but it's the culture index thing. We're both daredevils and we want to go out there and do things,
gas,
move quickly.
No break. Let me fix a problem. It's going to look like Swiss cheese at the end, and then we're going to be pissed off. Yep.
So now I have this very deliberate, very steady, meticulous person walking me through, telling me exactly what I need to be getting. Right. And the difference is that I don't have to do that running over to a computer, typing it in or doing this. She's sitting there taking notes of what I'm describing. She's, walking me through. What about that hole up in the corner, right? When we get to the drywall section. Yeah. And it slows me down. It gets me to a point where I can get all the data that I need, right? We were talking with your foreman, right? And the standard practice, even for a really, really organized guy, is to have a notepad and they're walking through highlighting the problems.
Yes.
Right. But that doesn't give us what we need. That gives us 60% of what we need, but it doesn't capture everything else. Right. So, you go back and try to build your price, your scope, your whatever, and your 1 page of notes gets you maybe 60% of the way there. But, oh shoot, how many outlets do I need to do? Yeah. Oh shoot, how many windows? Right. I didn't pay attention to it because I was so focused on that, sagging floor that I need to fix. So this helps us go through meticulously and get all of the details that we need.
Yeah. Or it's, I'm going to subconsciously ignore that sagging floor because I already know that this apartment needs more work than what I kind of thought it was going to need. And I'm just going to put it out. I'm just going to, I have this number in my head of where I need to be or how much time I have to do it. And I'm just going to kind of ignore it. And the thing with our world is nothing can get ignored for long.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real work to do these, somebody's going to be living there. There could be an issue either now or shortly into the future. What caused that floor to sag, right? And that could take an extra hour. That could take another site visit. I've been in buildings now where I'm like, I won't buy it until I can open up some of the walls. Oh, there's no access. Well, we're going to need to put access, right? Because of, we're not saying that we're going to eliminate any issue in the future, right? However, what happens is for the novice investor, they get a home inspection. And the challenge with the home inspection is that it doesn't tell you what things are actually going to cost, how long they're actually going to take, or what you should do. It's basically documenting this is what you're buying. The sink doesn't leak. Okay, but what if the countertop's older? What if we know that this is going to be a rental, and for instance, for me, it's all granite countertops everywhere. Now I'm switching to darker granite countertops. I'm gonna try that versus just the lighter color, because granite does need to be sealed every so often and use special cleaning products and things like that. Otherwise, it stains and it's porous. And this is this middle road. And what I also hope will happen, and I'm sure you've already seen this because you've already done this for one of my buildings. I was under agreement with 10 units in West Philadelphia across 2 buildings. And I did a scope of work, and I had a partner at the time who was going to do a lot of the work. Okay. Then that didn't work out. So I called up Rich, and I called up your firm, and you spent 2 days, 2 half days at one building. Right. And then
that was only 4 units.
4 units, 2 half days, then another about a week turnaround, right, to be able to get to, hey, Rob, this is your number. And I knew that it was very thorough. I knew that, okay, maybe my price could be a little bit better here, or maybe you oh, wow, okay, that's a little less over there. For what the equalizer was, okay, this is a better project for somebody else. And I was happy to make that investment